Hey everybody, and I am so sorry for the long absence. I have been dealing with some stuff kind of family related, but today we're back with another quest and we are doing Demon Slayer. And this is relatively short. It doesn't really take too much to do. At a low level, I'm currently only level 16, and I think we get up to level 17 in this, just because some of the requirements for one of the keys. But anyway, off to Varrock. Once we get here, we're going to go into the tent, and we are going to talk to, I think her name is Aris, and she is up on the west of the square when you make it all the way up there, and you are just going to engage in dialogue with her, and she is going to give you the quest Demon Slayer. And this is going to require us to get about 3 keys, and all of them are in relatively different locations, and this will be kind of one of the last times we do stop at the Wizard Tower. So, here we are. So right where Romeo and Juliet is started, instead of talking to Romeo, we are going to go ahead and head into this little tent here. Walked a little bit too far, but yep, it is Aris. Okay. So, scooch on over here, talk to her, and she's going to tell you about some great demon named Dearlith. And go through the dialogue. And I plan to be back uploading on a regular basis again. I just kind of had unexpected things happen. But I'm glad everybody stuck around and is sticking with us. And we are going to complete a little bit more in the free-to-play quest guides. So, offer to kill him. And she's going to send you to prison. Or I think it's Sir Prison. I'm not entirely sure. I'm horrible with semantics. You'll understand. I mean, even in past videos, pronunciation is not my strong suit. But here's Wally, and he goes ahead and riddles off an incantation. And this is actually different for every player, so my incantation is going to be slightly different than yours will. But if it's easier for you, you can write it down. You can kind of screenshot it, take a picture, whatever helps you, or just remember it. If you have a good brain and you can just remember that, I mean, more power to you. I'm not somebody who can recall stuff like that, even though I might be a mechanic, but not good with words. Great with numbers, not with words. So, as soon as we do that, we are going to ask for our incantation, and there we are. So there is ours, and we are going to go and talk to Pryson. So, off we go into the Varrock Palace. So he's going to be in this corner room, kind of right next to the entrance, and you are just going to go ahead and tell him that Aris told us to come to talk to him, and he is going to be in awe that we need Silverlight again, because he was so positive that the demon was dead for good. So, of course, this quest isn't just straightforward like any RuneScape quest, because, why would it be? So this insolent baboon dropped his key and lost it, and the other 2 people do have their keys, so it's not that big of a deal. The easiest key to get is the first one that we are going to get, and it is going to be if you just kind of head north in the palace, and you use that staircase that's all the way in the northeastern corner, it'll take you to the captain. And the wizard lives at Wizard Tower, and that's Triborn. So all those times when we were talking to him and we didn't know what he was for, this quest is what he's for. So, let's go talk to Captain Roven. And we should get the first key, and then we'll go ahead and get Sir Pryson's key. So, up we go! So now we're at the top. Talk to Captain Roven up in that northeast staircase like I was talking about, and kind of just tell him that it's important business and we need the key, and Pryson said he would give it to us, so he just kind of gives it to us. So, this one's a real easy freebie to get. So is the second key. I just kind of made it more difficult for myself because I have not done this quest in so long. that I forgot the location where the key drops into the Bayrock sewer. So there, yeah, Big Peepee, King Peepee here doesn't want to give us the key because he doesn't answer to Sir Pryson, but okay. Yep, and yeah, he lost it. So there you go. There is the first key. So climb down the staircase, and outside, kind of by the kitchen, the palace kitchen, is where the drain will be. That's going to contain the second key that we need. So I made the mistake of not bringing a bucket with me. So go ahead and bring yourself a bucket. This is probably the only required item for the quest other than Silverlight. And my goofy decided to go down the manhole right away and kind of just gander around, because I was so familiar with this area just because of all the times I've come down here for moss giants. I was like, yeah, there's no way that I'd miss it. I know all of these corridors. I know exactly where everything is. But unfortunately, some events needed to take place prior to coming down here. So of course we are down here for no reason. And it took me probably about 15 minutes to actually realize that I indeed did not drop the key down here. And I went as far back as almost the moss giants. Well, at least to deadly red spiders. And at a low level, be cautious because everything past the ghosts will aggro. And even the giant spiders that are on the other side of the web that you slash will aggro on you. And they do hit 2s and 3s. So it is more than recommended to kind of avoid going past the ghosts. You don't even need to, so it's not going to require you to come back here. Just my insolent thinking and arrogance took me back this way, so that's why we're back here. So don't do what I did, and go ahead and complete the proper steps before you decide to come down into the Bayrock sewer. But yeah, so we got about this far, slashed the web, and I was like, oh yeah, that red dot, oh, it's a knife. So as soon as I slashed the web, made it through, I kind of realized, I was like, oh, yeah, I think this is a little further back than it used to be. So, jeez, that web. Okay. Make it on through, and there really isn't much room here. I thought it was going to drop in this room back here, but unfortunately it does not. And I still can't understand why I didn't look at the quest, like, you know, steps or any of the provided resources that I could have utilized to make this so much easier on myself. But it's kind of like when you think you can fix something and you don't look at the instructions and you swear that you've done this 100 times before. So we're going to make our way out of the sewer, and we are going to go ahead and fetch us a bucket. So I will get back with you guys when we get out of the sewer. Okay, now we went to the bank and got a bucket, and we are going to make our way into the Bayrock Palace near the fountain. And this is a really easy way to just kind of fill it up. You can do this in the kitchen too, it really doesn't matter. But go ahead and run in here, and we are going to the back northeast corner, and this is going to have the drain with a key in it. And of course you do have to activate the drain and have your character say some dialogue before you are able to actually interact with it. And there's a lot of doors. Not every door leads to this kitchen. So it's kind of weird how this place is laid out. But make your way over yonder, and right outside the kitchen there will be a drain. And there he is. You say, I see the key, and we're going to use our bucket of water and put it on the drain. And whoop, it dropped into the sewer. So this is initially what we needed to do before we headed down there. So yeah, I'm gonna see you guys kind of down in the sewer, right where the key is supposed to be. So stick with us, we will be right back. So drop down the hole, and instead of going through that super long tunnel that I took before, we're gonna check down this way. And to be honest, I've never actually been down this way far enough, because like I never remembered this. I never remember the giant steel grate and the historian chilling down here. I'm sure it has some significance, but I'm not positive. So after we do that, we are going to run all the way to the west. And this is the proper pathing that we needed to take to get to the key initially. So instead of heading like up here where I'm going right now and trying to search for the key, I'm just gonna make it easy for you and just head east. Just head east. Because I go, well, that doesn't look right. And then I keep walking back, kind of checking these side rooms, because I thought, washing the key down the drain, it was going to put it out at another area. And I thought this was going to be attached to the main floors, but it isn't. I end up showing you exactly where the key is, but yeah, no, it definitely took me a little bit to figure it out. So this part of the quest did take me a long time, just because, yeah, I really forgot where the location of the key was. So yeah, this way is not the right way. We are walking for nothing. So I am going to go ahead and get back with y'all when we get to the key. So I will see you real soon. Okay, and this is where the key is. You take that eastern way, just all the way, and then you go north, and right over here, old rusty key. So, yeah, that's the second key. Don't be a dummy and do what I did. So, now that we're back in Lumbridge, it's time to get that last key. Now, this is going to be the last time that we head to our favorite location, the Wizard's Tower, and we are going to go ahead and make our way to Treyborn. And just before we make it there, we actually need to gather some items, and they cannot be noted. So if you plan on buying these, you can't, because you need 25 unnoted bones. Because he did some ritual that trapped the key in the Aether Realm, and you can't get it back without the sacrifices of 25 souls. So let's go ahead and gather up these bones here. And, yeah, I'll get back with you when I have 25. So, now that we got 25, we raised a couple of levels. We're actually level 17 now. So, yeah, good skilling. So, head up yourself on over to the Wizard's Tower and go ahead and talk to Treyborn. And, it's going to give you the option to talk about Demon Slayer. And that is the dialogue we are going to utilize. But, go ahead and... if you have stamina, it's great. You can just run your way there. I kind of saved it up while I was fighting like 16, 17 goblins. So in we go to the Wizard's Tower, go to the second floor, and in the room straight to the east, Treyborn's going to be kind of hanging out. So it's right in this room here. There he is. And there it is. Talk about Demon Slayer and talk about the key. And he doesn't know anything specific, so don't be specific with him. Just be like, hey, you got any keys laying about the house? You got any key rings that are just hanging around that I could just use? And he's like, oh yeah. But I need 25 bones. And if you didn't grab the bones before you came here, well, unlucky you. You gotta run across that bridge again and go find 25 bones. Now, a real easy way to get those bones without even having to fight anything is if you're on a free-to-play world, just go to the cow pasture. There's so many bones in that cow pasture. I mean, most of the people are there for hides anyway. So, very, very easy way to get that real quick. And there it is. There's the last key. And we are going to take ourselves to Varrock. And we are going to talk to Sir Pryson again and get Silverlight. Here we go! And this is what I'm talking about. Just all those bones chilling in that pasture. But anyway, keep on running. And we will soon make it to the palace, where we are going to go back and talk to Pryson. So, now that we are back, we are going into that first room again on the left. And go ahead and make your way in there. As you can tell, my stamina is absolutely gone just from trying to get here again, but there's all 3 keys. You can go over to the display case, take the keys from you. And there you go. There's Silverlight. So, you can go ahead and talk to, God, what's her name? As soon as I see it, I am going to probably really dislike myself for not remembering. But anyway, go talk to the lady in the tent. The lady in the tent will tell you what to do. Okay, over here. Aris. It's Aris. Okay, and you can kind of rehash the old incantation if you did forget it at this point, and I wrote it down, so I had it with me the whole time. And that's not the hard part. That really isn't the hard part. And I will have to add a disclaimer. I didn't actually get me killing Deerleth on camera. I don't know what happened to the recording. I don't know what conspired, but it was probably from all of the frustration from absolutely getting swamped by the Dark Wizards. So, make your way back south to everyone's favorite Dark Wizard spot. And don't dilly-dally around there, just run into the center. There's no point in just waiting around, because those level 20 wizards will just start hitting 5s on you for no reason. So, in you go. Oh, there. Yep, is already attacking. Alright, so there's your cutscene. And they are going to summon the demon from, the center of the circle. So there he is. And he really is just easy as pie to kill. Like, I think the Dark Wizards around him, the, level 7 wizards are probably harder than Deerleth is. But if you get kind of snagged up like I do, you can just leave the circle and everything will de-aggro around you, so you don't have to worry about just getting swamped and having to go all the way back to Lumbridge again. So, just kind of whittle down some health, and as you can see, they kind of just do me in here, so stuck around for as long as I could, and I was like, well, that's for the birds, we need to get out of here before we die. So, run, out of the circle. I had 1 health left. Back to the bank, we're gonna grab some food. Okay, now I refilled my health bar, going over to Deerleth, and try to attack him if you can, but this level 20 wizard decided to grab me at first, and yeah, there's a 5. And I was very thankful I didn't hit it, but yeah, directly after, it's just like 1 point under a 5. He really hits you for some good numbers, so do everything you can at a low level to avoid running in direct contact with them. Don't have the auto retaliation not allow you to attack, higher level enemies, or this might happen. But anyway, we did kill him, and here's the completed quest. And once you remember the incantation and his health is done, I mean, you just recite it, and boom, you're done. So, yeah, thanks for stopping by. And hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, do whatever you want to do. There's no obligations. And, of course, as always, all the best.